Hi everyone, Marion Emberson here. We're going to get sparkly in this video. Who doesn't like a bit of sparkles? So this is a technique that I done years and years and years ago, and it's something I forget about. And then I was flicking through some of my old cards the other day and I saw it and I was like, oh, do you know what? I really loved that. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I'm also going to show you another way to do it, and then I'm going to give you a little cleanup tip and then how you can get something else out of that. So first of all, I'm going to be using some of the Wow Sparkles. So Wow Sparkles are pure glitters. There's no embossing powder in there. They're just glitter. I say just glitter. I mean, they're beautiful glitters. I don't know what, I mean, there's, I think there's 25 colours or something, but I've just got a selection here. I'm probably going to go with these ones. I might stay away from me blue and green. I know, shock, horror. I'm really trying, people. I'm really trying. I do get people asking me if I can do other colours, and usually the answer is no, because I love my blues and greens. But I'm going to push myself. There you go. Okay, so what I've got my Wow card that I've turned into my 10th fold card. So I've just cut it down the middle. It's an A4 card. It's a 250 GSM. It stands beautifully. It takes the weight of things. I love using this to make into cards. So let me just put that there. So that's my base card. I've already gone ahead and put this Elizabeth Crafts double-sided adhesive sheet on top of a panel. So it's just another piece of card, a bit like that, just so it matches. Not that it matters on this, but it's just gonna be, you know, just this, and that's gone on top. I've done it just because it was quicker than having you sit and wait. You don't have to use Elizabeth Crafts double-sided adhesive. I love it. I've got it in the roll as well. I love it because if I do use it for embossing powders, it is heat resist, but then so is the scrapbook.com heat resist as well. So if you are using embossing powders, you want a heat resist one. Okay, so I'm also, I love these. I haven't even opened them yet, but these have got just because, all the best, thank you, get well, congrats, good luck for you. I just love them. Joker from A Pocket Full of Happiness. She knows I love her products. So I'm just going to use these as well, and we'll see how they come out. So, but first of all, the quickest and easiest way is you want to make sure that this is burnished onto your card panel. Yeah, so this is just my white Wow card. Now you can either do this, well, there's a few ways you can do it. So you want to lift a corner. You can either take it down in strips like so, and then you're going to have lines going this way. Or how I first ever did it was I went on an angle. So just turn it, fold it over to a little angle. And then let's go in. I've got gold dust, copper fire, brilliant silver, and graphite. So let's go in first of all with gold dust. Now, because I'm not heating this, in fairness, I didn't have to use the Elizabeth Crafts one. It's like I said, I just like the quality of it. So what you're doing, you're flicking that, putting that on, flicking it off. You can be as firm as you like. And then, let me just move that over there. I'm going to pop this back in my pot, and I'm going to give it a little flick. Oh, look, I've got some on there. Don't worry about that, because I'm going to show you what we can do with it. We also want to just give this a little brush, so you can brush over the whole thing. Can you see all the extra little bits coming off? Because we don't want to contaminate the other pots, so I don't want to get gold in my silver as such. So I can just keep coming down, and then I can think to myself, yeah, I'm going to have it about that thickness, I think. And I can vary the thicknesses So I don't have to keep it to, you know, the same thickness all the way through. In fact, I probably will vary it. So let's just have a little look-see. So same thing, just give it a little brush. This is my little Nuvo brush. All the Wow sparkles are anti-static, but they don't like this stuff. Whatever you're using, it will stick to this because it's like a plastic, to be fair. Okay, so let's just get that in there. And I'm just going to flick that. I'm doing this on purpose, flicking it on there, just so that I can show you something, guys. So just get that off. And then this time I'm just going to do a thinner bit. So I'm going to be quiet now, and I'll just go along and do my bits. Okay, so what you can do, once this is all done, you can just take your brush and just brush off any loose bits. I mean, that in itself just looks stunning, doesn't it? But now I'm left with a mess. So I'm just going to put my lids back on. I'm going to get rid of that. And then I'm just taking a lint roller, and I do this a lot when I'm at shows with the embossing powder and with glitters, and I just start rolling it and picking up that glitter. Oops, if it wants to roll. Okay, that's filled up already. See if I can get a little bit more on there. Glad I put the lid on now. Okay, that's not too bad. And then what I can do is I can peel this. So one, I've cleaned up my area, and two, I've now got this piece that I can die cut this butterfly out of. So I would probably go the solid butterfly and then put maybe the white over the top. But I'll cut that out in a minute, and then I'll show you what that looks like. But it's just another way of clearing up your area and then using what you've got left there. You can do it with embossing powders as well, because you don't have to heat all the embossing powders. If it's stuck hard to something, it doesn't matter. Okie doke, so let's have a look at these little babies. I am in love with these. Okay, so I didn't cut it close enough. So these are called For You. They're by A Pocket Full of Happiness. You will see me using quite a lot of her stuff because I just love it. So I'm just thinking, so I didn't use the silver on here, so I'm thinking I could just put the silver on there. Shall I do Thank You? Do you know, I do love Just Because. I really, really like that. I feel like it doesn't need anything else. So Just Because, you know, when you just want to send a good friend a little note to say you're thinking of them. And that is Just Because. Right, so these ones I'm going to cut out of just white cardstock. Oh, I was just going to show you something else. Look. So I done the same thing, but this time I folded a bit that way. Then I folded it there. Then I folded it there. Then I folded it there. and then there. So you could make all little abstract patterns with it. It doesn't have to be stripes going that way or stripes going this way or long ways. You can do abstract shapes with it as well. So exactly the same technique. So I have got, that's not going to be big enough, is it? So let me get a bit more of this out. And I'm going to stick this on a bit of card, and then I'm going to die cut these from this once I don't need all of it. So I'm just going to just take, how much do I need? Probably, whoops, probably just that much. So if I go like so, and then I can just go in cut that down. So I've got it on the top, and I'm going to put my dies on it this way. Yeah, I can sparkle it first, which I think I'm going to do. I think I'll prefer to do that. And then I've got this area to do the just because. Okay, so let me bring my paper back. Give it a little burnish. So sparkly. This is sparkle overload. Okay. Right, get my lid on because I will ruin it. And I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so I've got my just because in my shadow and my sparkle, and I'll come to those in a minute, but I did cut out from both just to get a choice of what I want to use. I've just got to poke this out. Okay, so even though, let me just show you, even though that's really fine lines, you can still see the glitter on there. So one other little tip, let me just, oops, throwing the wrong bit away, dearie me. Put that there, let's just get those out of there. But one other little tip to show you is if you didn't fill the whole thing with glitter and you've still got a bit of sticky on there, take your cotton, what am I saying, your talcum powder puff, and then just puff it, whoops, but don't squash it like I've just done, but puff it with some powder, and that takes the sticky off. Mind his little antennas. I don't know why he's a he. Probably because I'm a mother to boys. So then we can stick this down. We can stick that solid to a card and then just have that over the top, just sitting in the centre, like so. And you get that really subtle little look. Or go the other way. I mean, how pretty. Look at that. Just looks so, so pretty. So anyway, that was just my little tip bit. So I wasn't even meant to be doing anything with these. So I'll just stick them aside, clear up all my bits, because this is the fun part now. So I'm gonna just poke out all these bits because we don't need those. You always want to check that everything's gone through. Looks like it has. I can see all my lines are cut there, so I'm going to poke these through. Let's just clear these little bits out of the way. Okay. So lift that out and then lift that out. And then we've got, so I'm going to be, you get two on this so you can get the inner and the outer. So if we just poke out, get a start on it. See, even the teal gods, even when I don't use any teal, I end up getting teal on there. I don't even know where I had teal ink from. They're telling me something, you know. But it does look gorgeous. Honestly. All right, let's just do this one. Okay, so you've got these little bits as well. These, don't forget, these have still got the thing on them. So I need to peel that off. And you can keep your little bits that were your bees. So keep those bits. And I've got little bits here. And then you've got your just there. But I'm just going to use these ones. And I just feel like, do I just line it there just because? I love that. I mean, I'll say it's simple. It does take a little while to do these. I'm not going to lie. But I really do think the outcome is just so, so beautiful. So let me just load this onto my card. I'm just going to stick those bits down for now. Do I want to go that way or did I want to go that way? I will go that way, just eyeball it. And for all your friends that love a bit of sparkle, and the nice thing is once you've given this a really good brush, it's not going to come off, so it's just perfect for that. And then we either go just because and then have it in the middle like that, or we line it, we justify it. I don't know, here I go can't decide. I think, I can't believe I've got a bit of teal on there. I think I quite like it. Justified. Okay, let's stick the because down. And look at that. How about that for some sparkle? Just gorgeous. It even works for masculine cards as well. So yeah, there's my lovely little sparkly card along with my gorgeous little butterfly tip from this little guy. We've all got those. I used to have a dog, so I used to have to constantly be going like that. But yeah, it just looks really, really pretty. So there you go. Thanks ever so much for watching. Take care. Bye.